All right, I've got a special treat today. Trying my hand at a little vintage, and this list looked awesome. This is a Lurrus Wizards. You got Flame of Anor, Paradoxical Outcome Academy deck. It's like catnip for me. Like I can't think of a combination of cards that I think would make me want to play more. So this looks awesome. It's apparently Unlucky Monkey made this deck, and it looks sick. 4 stock ups, 4 outcomes. Like, this looks incredible. Mana Vault, Soul Ring, Bauble, all the Moxen, plus Mishra's Baubles, Mana Crypt, of course, 2 Opals. And what this deck's trying to do is basically cast stock ups and Thunder Traps, finding outcome, bounce all your artifacts, draw a bunch of cards, cast a big 4 Theurlingus, or just control the game with Force of Wills. So I'm excited. We're in a Vintage League. Let's see how this goes. This is going to be great. All right, and let's go ahead and reveal Lurrus. We're on the draw, unfortunately, and they also revealed Lurrus. I think this hand is medium, but I think Brainstorm makes me interested enough in keeping it. It feels like you can improve your draw pretty substantially with that. Okay, let's just play Flooded Strand and pass the turn here. In Vintage, people often don't crack their fetches because it opens the door for Wasteland, which isn't really that, it's not something you want to see. All right, let's go Probe and see what they got. If they're going to play a Bowmasters here, then I get to Brainstorm in response. So I played my Tundra first. Since I assume they're going to get double Underground Sea and probably play Orcish Bowmasters. And stock up, gets around Bowmasters too. Very nice. Oh. Tundras, they're Esper Lurrus. All right, and Brainstorm. Jeez, more lands, huh? All right, well, let's put back these 2. Guess I'll crack Flooded Strand here. I think I will get the Meticulous Archive because I'm not really playing anything this turn. Lotus, all right, well, I'll keep that one on top. Bowmasters hits. I get pinged. Probe hits, I get pinged again. And what do they got? They have Lavinia, Force and Negation, Mental Missteps, Psychic Frog. All right. Do I want to play this Lotus? They get to force it. But otherwise, if their Lavinia resolves, then that's no good. If they want to Force Negation the Lotus, that's fine. All right. I will then pass the turn here. I don't think I need to do anything else. Our missteps are just kind of going to trade, unfortunately, and I'm not loving this Psychic Frog prospect either. Lavinia. All right. I can't stop that. They did not draw a land. All right, all right. I guess I'm going to stock up. Here, let's crack a fetch. See if I can... There's tons of fetches. I'm going to have to crack some eventually. I'll get another Volcanic. Stock up for 3 mana. If they want to force it, they can. Wouldn't be surprised if they did. Force pitching the Brainstorm. Oh, wow. Keeping the Mental Misstep. Okay. Pass the turn here. And I'm going to take some damage, but I could Lurrus next turn. And it's not really going to do that much, to be honest, because I can't even replay the Lotus because of Lavinia. Okay, well, I'll take 5. I can Mental Misstep by sacking Lotus. I can't even pay the life to cast Mental Misstep. All right. Frog away. All right. Well, that did not go great. Dismember, Swords. I mean, Swords is pretty nice here. And I don't mind vexing Bauble. I might cut a couple Baubles, Mishra's Baubles, because if they have Lavinias, those are just kind of, just get kind of free rolled. Pyroblasts, I want some, but I don't want like a lot of them, I think. And I will side out an outcome against a deck with Bowmasters and counterspells. I think that that's a reasonable thing to do. I could cut Merchant Scroll as well. I don't mind cutting that one. All right. Let's just put in some of the removal. I don't think I want like tons of removal or anything. All right, I would like to play first. Lurrus. They're going to Lurrus as well. And, oh, okay, well, I like that this hand's on the play. I remember playing Vintage when you could Lurrus and you didn't have to pay the companion tax. It was just unbelievable. Actually going to get a basic here because of Wasteland. Though them being Esper makes it less likely they have Wasteland for sure. Here, let's pick up Pyroblast or Swords. I guess I just take Swords here because I have a Pearl. Play Bauble, play Pearl. I'll just Bauble them. Probe. All right, well, they're going to get to see my hand. That is fine. Pass the turn here. Probe goes off, hits a stock up. Nice. Or Bauble goes off, rather. All right, here comes their Bauble. They can Bauble themselves to decide whether they want to play a fetch land before using the Probe. Looks like they don't mind drawing that top card. And next turn, I'm going to get to cast Stock Up. I do like that. Imagine drawing Tolarian Academy. That would be money. Okay, Mox is fine. Lavinia, Psychic Frog? No, I guess they can't even play Psychic Frog here. All right, so they draw off the bubble. Academy's kind of nice. All right. Let's cast Stock Up. See what they got. Maybe I will get Wastelanded here. Who knows? But if Stock Up resolves, I'll be pretty happy. I could force to protect it. I probably will. They pitched a Force of Will. All right, well, if this doesn't work, that'll be a shame. Any Stock Ups? Yeah, okay. Demonic Tutor, Flame of Nor, Force of Will. Also Mox and Soul Ring. Actually, why don't I take DT and Soul Ring? Cast Soul Ring. And put Lurrus into my hand. And send for one. Why not? Hopefully they don't Containment Priest me. Oh, they didn't have a Bowmasters either? Vexing Bauble. A little late on that one, though. It does stop the Mishra's Bauble in my graveyard. Let's start with a DT. I think I'm just going to get Fourth Earlingus. I don't know. They can't Force a Will here. And I think I just cast it for 3 and play around Spell Pierce. If they have Mana Drain, that would suck. They could Force a Will by cracking Bauble, but they also didn't force last turn, so... Alright, well, I think this will probably do it. Crack for 7. They don't seem to have Bowmasters. I'm the Monarch now. Draw a card, get another Stock Up. I don't know what's going on over there, but looks like we've got this pretty much on lockdown. I mean, I guess they could Time Walk and play Psychic Frog. No, they're just going to Time Walk. So they have 2 cards, and maybe one of them is a land. They also should probably crack Mishra's Bauble at this point. I don't really know. I guess they're hoping to stop a Swords to Plowshares or something. It feels like they need something pretty badly, so... I don't think chilling on Bauble is going to get their job done for them. But we'll see. We'll see what they got. All right, crack Strand. And hardcast Lorien revealed. No, this looks like a Delve card or something. It is. Dig Through Time. Sure. 1 card in hand, 2 mana left. I mean, I don't have lethal in play, but if I get to hit for another 7 and then get to utilize the cards in my hand, I feel like they're not really coming back. I will say we haven't seen Wasteland, and the blue-black version is way more likely to Wasteland than the Esper version, so that is good news. This deck has an Academy. It wouldn't like getting wasted in. It's playing 4 colors overall, so Wasteland, of course, hurts a little bit more. All right. Take the turn here. PO, huh? Well, let's first cast Stock Up. Flame of Anor. Maybe, or Mana Vault. Mana Vault Vexing Bauble's kind of interesting. Or I could just take Force of Will. I'll just take Force of Will Flame. I don't need to be starting any weird paradoxical outcome opportunities. I can just keep Force of Will up. I've got enough mana to just hard cast the Force. I'm drawing a card off the Monarch. I could also Flame of Anor if I want to. I don't really know what they can do to get out of this, but I guess we'll see. If they have like some kind of combo or something. That doesn't seem very likely to be, given what the rest of their deck looks like. All right. Maybe on the draw I want all the Pyroblasts and cut one of the flames. Don't dismember, force a negation. I could put in Portable Hole. I kind of like this. All right. On the draw here, we're both Lurrusing, as one does. And what do we got? All right. I mean, it's not an amazing draw, but I have a Swords, which I don't mind, and Thunder Trap into stock up. All right. I also don't mind drawing Force of Will. The Mox Opal is obviously a little bit loose. All right. Lorien Revealed is fine. Get Underground Sea. And is this Psychic Frog? Oh, Lavinia. Okay. That's fine. I could force it, but I'm going to go ahead and try to just plow it here. Though I did realize I think I'm supposed to just play the Mox Opal because of Lavinia and the Vexing Bauble. Right. Force Pitching Psychic Frog, sure. I just have a bunch of ways to kill Lavinia in my deck, so I feel like if I can just go find one, I don't really want to pitch Force. Lavinia really doesn't screw me that badly, I don't think. All right, I will take an Ancestral Recall off this one and pass the turn. Like, Psychic Frog would have been a lot worse for me. Like, if they went Psychic Frog and then Force, that would have been different. Time Walk, cycling, deal 2 damage to your opponent. And then they drew Bauble. All right. Bauble targeting me and pass the turn. Oh, Null Rod. Yeah, that's also fine. I mean, I feel like stock up and whatnot. Well, the Null Rod was good against the Soul Ring. I will say that. All right, let's get Volcanic here. Cast stock up. I think that's better than casting Ancestral. The one downside to doing it this way is Bowmasters, but I'll take Pyroblast, and I think I'll just take a 4th Year Lingus or a stock up. Let's just take stock up. Let's just keep getting fully stocked here, and I'll hit for 1. And next turn I can Pyroblast Lavinia if I want. I can start playing some stock ups. Stock up is a sick card. Wow. Really is. Yeah, that was a pretty good draw. They must have just drawn that. That's unfortunate. But we'll see. We'll see. They're not going to not play a land, are they? That'd be odd. All right, yeah. Okay, and then they're going to pass the turn. Land. Let's correct this for Tundra or Pyroblast. Or let's just get Volcanic. And cast stock up here, leaving a Volcanic up. Let's pick up Pyroblast and Time Walk. And let's cast an Opal. It's going to get Lavinia'd. All right. Let's pass the turn here after hitting for 1. And if they cast Bowmasters here, I'm going to Pyroblast Lavinia. Okay. I'll probably fire off a Pyroblast. Oh, they have Strip Mine. Well, Strip Mine makes sense. I'm just going to take it. I'm probably going to fire off Pyroblast end of turn here. 100 down. Yeah, fine by me. Destroy target permanent if it's blue. No way to kill the Null Rod. I didn't board in the portable holes, So no rod is going to happen, but I think it's okay. Force of will. Okay, pitching stock up. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Well, let's just actually ancestral myself first. See how that turns out. All right, here comes Bowmasters. Destroy target permanent if it's blue. Pyrobust. Lavinia. Okay, and then force the Bowmasters. Do I pitch stock up or time walk? Probably time walk. All right, draw 3 cards. I'll play. Actually, I will not play the bauble because I have a force of will and they don't have a force of will right now, so it doesn't seem like it does much. I will play the soul ring even though there's a null rod in play. I feel like it doesn't really cost me much to play it. And if I draw Academy, it would be pretty nice to have Soul Ring. There's this Lurrus. All right, Lurrus is acceptable. And I'm going to cast another stock up. And hope to hit some action. Academy would be nice. I wouldn't mind that. Force of Will. I'll just take Force of Will and another Thundertrap Trainer, I think. And hit for 1. I am going to hit for 1. I think I'm going to play my Moxes just because Academy, I'd rather have them in play, and I don't think I want to, and that they could play a Vexing Bauble or something. Is this Lurrus? Force pitching Thundertrap Trainer. And what else you got? What I could use here, let's see. I mean, Pluto Delta is actually not so bad because now I can get Lurrus here. What am I going to play with this Lurrus? Not much, to be honest. But I don't think I want to cast Thundertrap Trainer because then my Force of Will is down. I'm going to get Meticulous Archive end of turn. Nice. I can play Mox Opal. Demonic Tutor. Okay. We've already used Ancestral. Probably a Delve card here would be my guess. So No Rod is actually being a little annoying because I could maybe like have kicked Thundertrap Trainer, but we'll see. I am going to force this though. It's probably just Treasure Cruise. Paradoxical Outcome would also be fine. All right. Force you pitching Thundertrap Trainer. And Wasteland. Underground Sea. They have 1 card in hand. All right. Crack Delta. Get Meticulous Archive. Force of Will. Guess I'll bin that. Oh, I do have one way to do it. Oh my god. Destroy target artifact. Draw 2 cards. I draw 2. Blow up Null Rod. What in the world? This is incredible. That was the best draw in my entire deck. It had to be. Now I can play Urza's Saga. And I can play Vexing Bauble. I don't think I need to crack it. I already played a land. Yeah, let's just hit. The only upside to cracking it is if I draw a Mox Ruby or a Lotus. But I feel like Vexing Bauble stopping their zeros could be good too. Nice. That was nice. That was a lot of stock ups and Force of Wills. I cast 3 stock ups that game. Yeah, this deck is gas. All right, time for round 2. I'd like to play first with my Lurrus. And what do we got? This hand is like close to being awesome. If this was a Ruby, I would just turn 1 4 Theolingus. So if I draw, I mean, if you look at the deck, any land is good to draw, any artifact is good to draw. So that's already 27 cards. Drawing forces are okay. Lorien Revealed is good. 1 mana artifact. I feel like almost anything makes this hand work. and I've got Force and Mental Misstep. So I think I'm going to run it. I'm going to hope I don't get wastelanded here. And I think I don't play the Mox Opal yet. So, let's see, no Wasteland, no Wasteland. Wasteland would be annoying. That is the biggest downside. All right, Mox is fine. Mox Pearl. Oh, this is tough. Because if we're playing against Initiative, I guess Pearl's okay. Cavern of Souls. White Plume Adventure. All right, well, Lotus at this point is fine. If they, oh, no Cavern. Okay, we're not playing against that deck. Nice. Is this going to be Tinker? Okay, well, I will force the Tinker. And I'll pitch Mental Misstep. Getting Hardcast Force. All right. Well, they had turn 1 Tinker with counter backup, so I don't think Mulligan would have necessarily done much. Hull Breacher was their top card? Okay. Hit a land, please. Oh, Merchant Scroll. That's no good. I mean, if I draw a land, I can kill the Bolas' Citadel. That's something. PO. All right. Well, there we go. So, got turn 1. And I definitely want Pyroblasts and Forces in. And Bobble's okay. Swords to Plowshares, I don't really like that much. So I will cut those because Pyroblast does kind of the same thing. I'll cut like 1 Bobble, 1 Outcome. They're just a little bit slower. And I think on the play, I really do like Vexing Bobble. I'll just cut a Merchant Scroll. I just don't like tapping out. It's expensive. All right, I would like to play first again. Got vintaged pretty good that game. Whew. We're going to do some vintaging ourselves. This hand is incredible. All right, so let's go Pearl, Ruby, Vexing Baubles. This shuts off Force of Will. If they don't, they have to force now or forever hold their peace on that one. And then I get to go Soul Ring Academy. And if the Bauble resolves Mindbreak Trap, well, I had to play it in this order. Mindbreak Trap? They kept that in against a Lurrus deck. I guess they thought they knew I was Outcome. I don't even know how good it is, though. 5 mana, let's go PO. And if they have a Force as well, so be it. They did not. All right, Pearl. I mean, now I think we just win. Ruby. Tap Pearl, cast Soul Ring. And stock up with Force still ready to go. I'll pick up Thundertrap Trainer and Lorien Revealed. I don't need these lands. I could also just cycle Lorien Revealed for a land if I really wanted to. They're also very unlikely to have Wasteland. They could still have Strip Mine. Not as likely in this like Tinker Hull Breacher kind of deck. All right, Lotus is fine. I have double counter up, so if they go for something. Karn the Great Creator. I will Force of Negation that, pitching, I guess, Thundertrap Trainer. That would make all my artifacts turn off. I don't like that. All right, let's draw. Okay, Lotus. And we're going to cast a big Paradoxical Outcome in a second here. It is going to be good. Let's go Snapcaster. PO even gets to pick up the Snapcaster. It's really nice. Target Paradoxical Outcome. I love casting PO. It's part of the reason it's in the cube still, even though it doesn't get drafted or played all that often, is it's just so fun when you cast it. So you can pry it out of my cold dead hands. I mean, this, I don't know what we're gonna do here, but we're not gonna lose, I tell you that much. Let's Bobble myself, I guess. Top card is Flooded Strand. All right, let's crack the Tarn. It doesn't really matter, but just get another Volcanic. I could get Underground Sea for Demonic Tutor, I suppose. But let's go stock up. Okay, let's pick up 4th Eorlingus Mana Crypt, and then cast just a gigantic 4th Eorlingus here. Red. 4th Eorlingus. I mean, this is turn 2. Vintage has some cool stuff going on. And now I have Pyroblast and Force Up. And they're going to take 10. So I suspect we're good here. I'm not sure what all they could do to get out of this, but given they don't have a Force of Will in hand, their Lotus is gone. Brainstorm? Sure. I don't think they're going to have much. All right, so they didn't see Pyroblast, which is nice. Not that it's a huge surprise. Yeah, I don't want Swords or Dismember. Portable Hole, Merchant Scroll. Yeah. Let's do it. I could take out Vexing Bauble in the draw, but it's a pretty good card. You just have a lot of control over the situation, which is nice. All right, so they're going to play first. I'm going to reveal Lurrus. Let's get some forces. All right, I guess I asked for forces and got forces. Going to keep this hand. Would like to draw a blue card so that I can have the second force up here. Turn 1 DT. All right. Go for it. All right, blue card or Pyroblast. Both of those would be really good draws here. What I don't want to see is a land or an artifact. I guess if I drew an artifact like a Mox, I could go like turn 1 Thunder Trap, but that doesn't even really get me anywhere in terms of having multiple forces up. All right, they're tanking on what to DT for. Could mean they don't have force. All right, well, that's exactly what I wanted to see, which is a blue card. And hopefully I don't have to double force, but if I do, well, then I do. You can't let Tinker resolve, you know, that's not how that works. There's a Saga. That's a strong play, for sure. Maybe they DT'd for that. Let's get Meticulous Archive here. What is this? Are they stifling? Oh, Ancestraling. No, they probably DT'd for the Ancestral. I'll pitch Thundertrap Trainer, because I'd rather keep stock up. Force, okay. Well, I'm going to lose now, but I'm still going to force this Ancestral. The reason I say I'm going to lose is that Urza's Saga is going to be a big problem. Mana Crypt. Got to bin it, unfortunately. All right. I guess it juiced things up for Lurrus a little bit. Well, I mean, they get to make 2 Saga tokens. They'll be 4/4s. Oh, they're just tinkering? All right. And they haven't even... No, they have not played a land yet. Trying to play the... Oh, that's funny. They hit the... Okay, they hit 2 lands. All right. Let's crack this. Let's just get a Volcanic. All right, Flame of Anor, let's go. It's not Flame of Anor. If they like mega miss on the Bolas' Citadel, oh, they can't even really miss on Citadel. First of all, they might have a counterspell on top of their deck, in which case, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Second, they can just Urza Saga for a top. All right, 1-1. Let's go. Alrighty, after a little bit of time to regroup, ready to keep battling. Got tinkered out, but it's okay. We'll reveal Lurrus. We're on the draw here. Ooh, turn 1 stock up with force and misstep back up. I don't mind that at all. Playing the Lurrus Mirror, but even though they have Lurrus, I mean, they could be on this deck for sure. I think it is. They're mulliganing. More likely they're on just like blue-black or Esper, I think. But, all right, they mulled to 6. If they start with a 1-drop and I get to misstep it, we are just in the money. Because then I go like misstep the 1-drop. Ooh, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yeah, I'll mental misstep that. All right, it's like blue-red, like Grixis Lurrus or something, or Jeskai Lurrus. Then I go Island, Mana Crypt, and attempt to do some stalking. Okay. I mean, Jet PO sounds pretty good. PO would be a 0 mana draw 3. All right, I'm in for that. And I mean, I could have gotten DT and cast DT, but I think I'll just do this and then just pass. Oh, actually, I'm going to play the jet. No, I'm not going to play the jet. I clicked through. I was going to say, because of days, though, they obviously don't have days in hand. They would have dazed the stock up. They might have even dazed mental misstep, but okay. What you got here? Sprite Dragon. I think that's okay. We're going to take 2 this turn, maybe 3. Feels like this PO is going to outrace the Sprite Dragon. Even the Mana Crypt, you know, it's a little dangerous, but I think this will still be okay. So they bobbled me. Nice to win this flip. I did not. Another artifact here would have been sick too. I don't think I play my land yet because I don't need it for anything. And actually, I could brainstorm first. So the advantage of brainstorming is if I find another artifact, it's like I draw another card. I think that's worth doing. They could have force, but also am I going to miss on blue cards entirely? No, I'm not. Okay, so let's put back Tundra. I think one of the flames. Play Tarn. Crack this. I'll get Volcanic, I guess. Play Vexing Bauble, so this shuts off their Force of Will. It also shuts off mine, except for the fact that, oh, they did have days. Huh. Okay. You have 3 cards in hand. I could pay for days and then flame their thing. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty reasonable. Pay 1 for days. I know my force is off here, but tap these and then just go. Deals 5 damage to target creature. Just nug that. Nothing they can do about that. And then next turn, the main risk here, I guess, is if they have like a counterspell that costs mana, but who does that? Your Sprite Dragon, Dragon's Rage Channeler deck is just not going to play very many actual counterspells that aren't like Force of Wills and Dazes and whatnot. All right, I lost the flip again. DT is interesting. I don't think I need a DT here, though. I think I'm just going to PO for 4 here. Okay. That was money. Let's go. Yeah, they're done. They're done. We're off it. All right, so definitely want the plows and playing against. Could I have portable holes? I like the Flame of Anors. I generally like to trim outcomes against a low to the ground deck like theirs. And take a bauble out. I don't think I want Dismembers. Do I want some Pyroblasts? I mean, the fact that they kill Sprite Dragon is pretty nice. Take out a Merchant Scroll. They just post board, they're going to have a bunch of Pyroblasts in. It just makes resolving a PO a lot harder. Doesn't mean it's impossible or I should cut all of them, but I do want to cut some amount of them. And I think I'll just go down to two baubles. All right. Let's do it. They also might have Null Rod in, so maybe I want the portable holes for that. All right, well, yeah, I'd reveal Lurrus. Seems like a good plan. They did as well. And kind of have the same hand. This time I don't have a blue card to pitch to Force, but I have Force Mana Crypt stock up, which I don't mind. And see what they're up to. Turn 1, maybe another Dragon's Rage Channeler. This time I don't. Oh, no, they're going to play like a turn 1 Sprite Dragon, perhaps. Indeed. All right. Well, what I think I'm going to do here is bauble myself, see what the top card is, and if I like it, I'll just wait to draw it. Oh, is this Ancestral? Clout of the Dominus. It gets Shroud. So it's going to be like a 4/4. You have 2 cards. I guess I got to force this. Pretty brutal, but I think it would not work out well if I didn't. All right. Lotus. Okay. One card left. They can surgical extraction my force of wills? Why do people board cards like surgical extraction? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't even want to draw force of will anymore. They have no cards. I guess they're worried about me getting the Lurrus or something. Because if they draw any land, then next turn they can put a Lurrus into play, which would be pretty bad. Let's see what I draw here. PO, huh? I think I still bobble myself. If they're drawing a land, they're drawing a land. Thundertrap Trainer. Do I want to draw that? Yeah, it actually seems fine. So I think I plow the Sprite Dragon. And then if they draw a land, I just hope to find. So I'll draw the Thundertrap. Crack this to get Tundra. Plow that. And then I want them to draw a bad spell. Like land, they get to do the whole Lurrus thing. And obviously a good spell, they have enough mana to cast pretty much everything. Hope they draw Surgical Extraction. They surgical my Swords to Plowshares. Oh, probe. Okay, well, you don't really have to think about that. You're obviously going to probe for no mana. Into what? Iteration? Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good top deck. I mean, a land would have also been really good. So the thing is, iteration means they get a land next turn, or to get to land the Lurrus next turn as well. Cloud of the Dominus is cool. That I get. It's like a kind of neat card. You know, you put it on your Sprite Dragon or whatever. But they entered Force of Will is the exiled card. Okay, so they bricked on iteration pretty hard. All right. Oh, a Mox. A Mox was an awesome draw. Let's go Mox. I could PO here, but I think I'm just going to Thundertrap Trainer. And see what I hit. Oh, yeah. Soul Ring. Now I can PO this turn. Oh, nice. For a pretty large amount. Soul Ring. All right, I restarted, so the lag should probably be better now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, way better. And I get to PO for 1 million here. PO is such a cool card. I love it. All right, let's get Underground Sea. Oh, I guess I could have gotten Volk. I don't know. So, I said the lag was going to be better, and then, well, that has nothing to do with me restarting the program. Magic Online sometimes is losing it. Oh, they were just done. They knew about the PO. I was going to PO. I was going to draw 4 cards. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that would have been sick. And then I would have enough mana to replay Thundertrap Trainer, Flame of Endor, blow up your Lotus, draw 2 cards. So I'm going to Thundertrap Trainer, hit Black Lotus, and then draw 2 off Flame of Endor. Yeah, this deck was going to go hard. All right, let's keep battling. All right, playing against Reprint Dark Ritual. I love it. Let's reveal Lurrus. Any sick PO brews playing against another Lurrus. Lurrus is a very good companion in Vintage. Okay, I'll keep this hand. So here, I think I just turn 1 Lurrus here with Force backup. And then if it resolves, I can just Time Walk. All right, that's pretty nice. They are playing Lurrus indeed. This hand is nice. So I get to go land, Mox, put Lurrus into hand, play Lotus, Lurrus off Lotus, Force if they have Force. If they don't, replay Lotus. They did not mull. And let's just play the Lotus. All right. So here, I guess I have everything. So I'll just get Tundra. And if they don't Force, I can replay Lotus and cast Time Walk here, which would be pretty sick. Lotus, sack this for blue, Time Walk. Time Walk with Lurrus in play is pretty nice. Lurrus and Lotus, let's go. Okay, draw. Swords, huh? Lotus. Let's hit, and then This is pretty... I assume they don't have a counter in hand. Now I'm going to PO these, leaving black floating, I guess. Draw, jet, bobble. Oh, I'm going to be able to have hard cast force up. So let's bobble myself. I see a bobble there. Okay, I don't really need to draw the bobble. Let's cast Lurrus. And I think I got to play Lotus so I can have force up. Sack Flooded Strand. I think I get Meticulous Archive. Snapcaster, yeah, I'll put that on top. And then cast Mana Vault. And now pass the turn. That's all. And now I have hard cast force up or force pitching snap if I really need to. I could also snap outcome here, which I didn't want to do during their upkeep, but I mean, this is a pretty good turn one. I know I took 2 turns here. And we know they don't have force of will or force of negation because it's just really implausible that they wouldn't have done something. So unless they drew one of those 2 cards, I can probably force whatever they play. Granted, them not having any of the forces in hand means that they might have a pretty explosive hand themselves. Like they could easily have a hand with a bunch of Lotus, Moxen and a Lotus and all that. But we'll have to see. Yeah, this is indeed explosive. Vexing Bauble. Okay. Little late on that one. Into Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. What are they targeting? Bauble? Okay. That's quite the hand. They're going to bauble themselves. I mean, the bauble didn't even do anything against Vexing. Against their bauble shuts down mine anyway. Oh, no land. Okay, interesting. Let's take my turn here. And what's nice with the Vexing Bauble out, they can't play anything. I can't cast Probe for free because of Vexing Bauble. Let's hit. So, what do I want to do here? I could snap Time Walk. I could snap PO. I wouldn't be able to replay those zeros, but I would be able to say snap PO. Maybe just sack the Lotus because I can't replay it anyway. I have 10 mana. If I snap PO, it costs 6 mana. And then I can replay Mana Vault, though I can't play any of the other things. And then I draw, I'll bounce the snap. I might not bounce the Lurrus. I'll draw enough cards that I can still snap Time Walk. All right. Snapcaster. Oh, they have Soul Guide Lantern. All right. Well, that's not going to work as well as I thought. I was a little ambitious there. All right. Well, now I get to cast Probe. The best laid plans of mice and men over here. Into Pearl, which I can't cast. All right. Well, I guess I'll pass the turn here. So I guess what I wanted to do was snap as an instant. Well, I'm not sure when I was supposed to do it. That wasn't it, but we'll see. All right, well, they're cracking their bauble, so that is at least nice, but I just threw away my Lotus. I mean, it's not that I was going to be doing a ton anyways, but tapping the Mana Vault and sacking the Lotus was obviously just not good. All right, well, it doesn't look like it's going to end up costing me as much as it should. It really should just completely destroy me. Oh, and then I drew another PO. All right, well, I'm going to play Pearl. Attack for 5. And PO everything but Lurrus, I guess. And justice never served. All right. Well, looks like the mirror to me. I think I want Force of Negation and Pyroblast. I I don't think I really want Swords to Plowshares. Flame of Anor still kills Lurrus, which is nice. Bobble on the draw is a little awkward, but I still think is fine. I will again take out one PO. Do I want Soul Guide? I don't really think that's even a good way to fight this stuff. I think this is fine. That Snapcaster play was really something else. I think I know why I did it, besides the fact that, you know, the ravages of time. Mostly it's a weird Soul Guide picture. I just didn't really factor it in at all. I'm just like, yep, I'm doing my thing. This hand's good, though. They're rolling, and I have, just a mental misstep hand on the draw with Thundertrap Trainer. Lorraine Revealed is pretty nice with a Mox. If they turn one Vexing Bauble me, it's a little annoying, but I guess I would just mental misstep it and then probably play my own at some point here. Okay, they moved to 6. Generally with mental misstep, like I almost always fire it off on like an early cantrip. So we'll see what they've got. Okay. Well, play draw pretty big when you got Vexing Bauble in your deck. Hopefully they don't vex me. Oh, that's a lot of Moxes. Yeah, this is not a matchup where you force Moxes, so they don't really have too much information. The only matchup where I think you're really incentivized to force Mox in is the mono white matchup where they have Cavern of Souls, and sometimes you just want to force a Mox and they can't cast anything. But stock up, turn 1 stock up off 3 Moxes is pretty brutal. I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here, I suspect. Getting to play a Thundertrap Trainer and set up Flame of Anor could be nice. Blow up a Mox, draw 2 cards. Seems pretty decent to me. And Flooded Strand. Well, I probably will get to misstep something here. That's my guess. Yes, I will. Misstep your Bauble. I don't really think there's a big reason for me to play my own Bauble this turn. Well, there's a big reason to play that, so I think I will. That is interesting. Do they have Force of Will? If they have Force Blue card, they're not going to be playing Daze. If they have Force Blue card as the last 2 cards, then so be it. Okay, now I definitely don't want to play Bauble because I have a bunch of forces in hand. So let's get Volcanic and play Mana Vault and pass the turn here. All right, I like this recovery. Drawing Ancestral is obviously awesome. Getting to misstep something and then draw Ancestral is a pretty good sequence. They've got 2 cards in hand now, 3. They stocked up into maybe Vexing Bauble, I don't know. No, stock up, I think I will force now. Pitched Lorraine Revealed. Okay, no plays. Nice. I don't mind that. Let's draw. And I think here, see what I draw. Oh, I did draw PO. That's interesting. I think I'm going to start with the trainer and see where I go from here. There's a lot of things I could do. All right, I hit Soul Ring. That's kind of perfect because now I go Soul Ring, PO for 4. They have to have Flusterstorm, which they would have used already. And I didn't draw another PO, but I think what I'm going to do is go Saga, Soul Ring, and stock up. Or I could Thundertrap Trainer Mana Vault, and then I wouldn't have to discard. So yeah, let's do that. Trainer. Do I need another Force of Will? Not really. Let's pull a Jet, I think. I have 2 forces in hand already, and then play Mana Vault. And I could play Vexing Bauble, but I have all these forces in hand, so I don't really think I want to. All right, well, I should be able to just shut them off of doing anything relevant here, given that I've got double force. And next turn, I've even got Urza Saga going. I've got Flame of Anor with Kicker. Thundertrap Trainer, really sweet card. That's actually what drew me the list. I'm like, this list has 4 Thundertrap Trainers, and I looked and I'm like, oh, this list looks nice. They could put Lurrus into hand. That's not going to do much. Yeah, Thundertrap Trainer, do your thing. I was already sure it was the mirror. What you got? What does Thundertrap Trainer have to say to us today? I've never even seen that art. That's kind of cool. Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Don't need to see that anymore. I'll bauble me. And what else you got? Nothing? All right. Good luck, I suppose. If that's all they got, then this is going to be a tough one for them. Okay. Oh, well, that's a great start. That's going to let me know exactly what's going on over there. Ship it. Force of Will, Scalding Tarn, and Stock Up. They must have drawn the Tarn off the bauble. See, I'm a real detective. Let's start with Stock Up, I believe. Yeah. They can force it if they want. They're not really in... They don't really have the luxury of doing that. Oh, man. Okay, so we've got some action here. Outcome. Yeah, let's just end this game. Let's get Snapcaster, Opal, Jet. I mean, this is just going to break their spirit, I suspect. Bauble. So now they can't force anymore. And Snapcaster Outcome for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for like 1 million. The Bauble outcome turns are always really nice because it like shuts off their force and then you PO and then it comes back to your hand. So let's get Paradoxical Outcome. Too busy to make Saga tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yoink. Did I draw Academy? I did not. Let's start by playing some Moxes. They're free to force any of these if they so desire. I have Time Walk too. I mean, this is... We've reached the end game here. Soul Ring. Because I haven't even played a land yet. This is unbelievable. I mean, I could just do it again. Play Bauble and then play Outcome. That seems like a fine place to start. Blue, PO, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Lotus. I have DT, so I have to like scroll. My hand is so big it has trouble scrolling through. Oh man, this is total and utter bloodbath. And at any point they can force one of these things, but spell count's like 1,000. DT. Just gonna get Tolarian Academy. I don't really care if they force or not. Yeah, let's play Bauble once more. Play Academy. Tap this white, red, 4th Ear Lingus for X equals 14. And then cast Time Walk. Oh, where did you go? Where did you go? All right, that was sick. All right, 3-1 on to round 5. Reveal Lurrus on the play here. Don't mind if I do. Whew, look at this. We get to start slow too. We get to go Mox, Thundertrap Trainer. Wait, how much mana do I have? Can I double Thundertrap Trainer? I guess I can. I have 8 mana, so I think what I do is I start by casting a Thundertrap Trainer without Offspring and then cast a Thundertrap Trainer with Offspring. I guess once I see what comes off of that, I'm not sure. They mulled to 6. They did not reveal a companion. It makes it a lot less likely they're a Force of Will deck, I'll tell you that much. Trainer. Pick up Brainstorm, Merchant Scroll. Oh, it's got to be Merchant Scroll because I think I'm just going to PO here. I don't think I'm going to play around a Force of Will, and if they have Force of Will, then so be it, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5. PO? Yes? No? Oh, no. All right. Force of will, pitching mana drain. It's fine. Next turn I get to cast a big Thundertrap Trainer. Really what I didn't want to see was a Wasteland here. Cast with Offspring. Do you have another force? Nope. Nice. Yeah, I'll pick up a PO and a Mana Crypt to go with it. Let's see. Oh, a Vexing Bauble. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go land. I think I put Lurrus into hand, though. I don't think I need to cast Bauble here. They didn't play any zeros on their turn. Like, now that they know about the Bauble, they will want to play their zeros. But if they had a zero, they would have played it already. Oh, they're upkeep fetching. They didn't have... they don't have a Surveil to get or anything. All right, so now they're going to have a Mana Drain or something. Let's start with Vexing Bauble. Let's tap this for a lot of mana and cast Stock Up. Mana Drain is the card I'm concerned about here. And let's take Stock Up, and I could take another PO. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Cast another Stock Up. I haven't played a land yet. There's a Force of Will, which I know I have Bauble in play, but I kind of want fourth and a land. Play a land, and then just smash for 3. End of turn, I can fire off PO. They drain it. I untap and fourth Eorlingus them to death because they can't cap Force of Will. All right, well, that's acceptable. You get to lead on Mox Pearl. All right, they pass the turn, so I need to get red or white here. I'll just get white because of Lurrus, I guess. Outcome for just the full amount. I mean, there's no real punishment to be had here. If they have drain, they counter this. If you don't, I'm drawing 7 cards. It's not really going to work out well for you. Stock Up is such a good card. Wow. I'm continually impressed by such a thing. Oh, Flusterstorm. Sure. Yeah, that also works. All right. PO is done. So now I just have to make sure. 14. Well, I could just play around Flusterstorm, right? So let's go fourth Eorlingus. X equals 5, S equals 6. I guess if they have a Swords to Plowshares, they go to 1 or something. All right, well, I definitely want some Pyroblasts. I don't, at this point, want Swords to Plowshares. I don't know about Force Negations. They look like a little more defensive to me. And I'll trim a PO. Portable Hole. I'm just thinking about Null Rod. I think I'll do it like this, but we'll obviously see if we need to change. Okay, on the draw here, let's reveal Lurrus once more. It's another nice Academy hand. All right. A little light on action. I just have the 2 spells, but with this much mana, it seems pretty doable to figure out a plan. Okay. Have their Git Probe. Just play a land and pass the turn here. I'll Brainstorm end of turn. No reason to let them use their mana on Spell Pierce or Pyroblast or something. Flusterstorm. Did they have a Brainstorm? That seems like the card they would have. Well, let's just take my turn still. A Ruby, huh? Let's play the Ruby. They don't know anything about my, or they now know that about my hand. But let's just put Lurrus into hand and say go. It's a way to spend my mana without revealing or putting a spell on the stack for them to interact with. Now they can Brainstorm. That is fine. And they get to crack a fetch. Really what I want to draw... Oh, they don't crack a fetch? Oh, it's upkeep now. Maybe they're going to. Oh, their hand is so good that they don't want to shuffle away 2 cards. They did shuffle away 1 here. Okay. Fairy Time Raveler. All right. Bounce my Mox Ruby. Sure. Start with Brainstorm, I guess. Put a fetch back. Probably a Mox, honestly. I'm giving up a lot of Academy mana here, but I think it is for a good reason. Let's play Lurrus. I'm just trying to bait a force here. I don't think they're going to force the Lurrus, but... Oh, they did. Okay. I guess if they have double force, then so be it. Okay. Presumably they have double force then. We're going to go down to 2 cards in hand. Yeah. All right. Well, I have about 1 million mana, so Thundertrap Trainer is a great draw. Stock up, anything like that. And they get to +1 it. And they can make a Saga token. Oh, they're not making a Saga token. Oh, Ancestral. Okay. Well, it's going to be tough. 3 cards in hand. I mean, if I draw action, they might be out of counters at this point. I'm going to untap the Mana Vault here. I don't know. It just feels like I've got so much mana. I should just do that. All right. I'll play that so I can go get my Meticulous Archive. I'm going to get beaten down by this Urza's Saga. Mostly it's the double force plus Ancestral that is going to end up doing me in. The Saga will make things faster. You get a Vexing Bauble or something? Sensei's top. I don't know if they play that. Oh, just a Sapphire. Okay. Teferi is up. I go to 11. All right, well, I'm dead next turn if I don't draw anything. I kept a Brainstorm PO hand and brainstormed into just all lands, so that will happen sometimes. All right, put this in my graveyard. Doesn't really matter if I win the flip or not, since I'm just going to die to the attacks next turn anyways. Okay. Yeah, and then I drew 2 more land and a Soul Ring after, so that's the risk of having, you know, I mean, it's not even actually an incredible amount of mana sources. It's 15 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 26 mana sources is a pretty normal amount, so it goes. Maybe another PO then? I mean, I kind of like where I'm at. Let's do it. Okay, I'd like to play first, reveal Lurrusito. Mulligan that, unfortunately. Okay, I'll keep this hand. I guess I put back Merchant Scroll. Okay, well, this is a great hand if they don't have double force. If they have single force, I still even have it covered, which is nice. PO. Let's go. Okay. Counter target spell if it's blue. They force pitching Spell Pierce. Second force would appear so. All right, well, if they double force, then it's like they double mold and I single mold because they're trading 2 for 1 twice. Meringue River Regent. Wow, spicy. All right, so they have 3 cards in their hand. They had the double force draw. I do get to get Lurrus. So here's where a Mishra's Bauble would be excellent, or another PO. Yeah, I will fire off the Brainstorm. Okay, nice. All right, so how do I do this? I could PO here. Yeah, I guess I will just PO here. Okay, they didn't have another counter, which I didn't think they were that likely to. Bubble, Opal, Saga. I mean, this is just awesome. Hold on. Mana Crypt. Go get Lurrus. Play Vexing Bauble. And I'm going to ship the turn. I thought they were going to crack a fetch and I was going to bauble them. Okay, I would like to see what they're drawing. Oh, a really good bauble. They're drawing Mana Drain, and now I know about it. Oh, and they're not... They have Stony Silence or something? Oh, Time Walk. That makes sense. That's something you would fire off. Okay, well, I draw off bauble. Null Rod. They did have Null Rod in their deck. All right. Well, if I draw a land here, then I'm in great shape. If I don't... that is painful. Because if I could make one Saga token, I would just win. All right. Brutal. Null Rod? Oh, all right. Now they have Drain. And I can't even get anything with Saga that does anything. This is unfortunate. I guess I'll get Lotus, sure. Pass the turn. What a beating. They even yeah, they had a 1-turn window to do that after having the double force too. All right, well, let's Island Cycle here and get Meticulous Archive at least. Meticulous Archive. All right, so, I mean, they have not that many cards in hand. I'm going to cast Stock Up. I assume they're going to drain it. It'd be really weird if they didn't. All right. Pass, and now if I draw a land, I can 4th Eorlingus for 2. Otherwise, I just 4th Eorlingus for 1. Let's hope they don't have a bunch of stock ups and whatnot. Yeah, they do. Fair enough. I had some busted draws. I mean, turn 1 PO with Pyroblast back up on the play is nice. They double forced it. I had turn 2 PO, but then they null rotted 5 of my cards. Really, like 7 of my cards, honestly. Well, it doesn't do anything. No, it does nothing. Best flavor text in Magic. Okay, well, Lotus doesn't do anything, so maybe they don't have another drain? I don't know. Let's see what I draw. Nothing. All right. Boom, 4th Eorlingus for 1. Fair enough, fair enough. Into Stock Up. I mean, once the chain starts, it's just going to keep going. It's kind of like Paradoxical Outcome. Once I start POing, like the POing will continue to happen until morale increases. What's kind of sad about this is I'm just going to die to my own Mana Crypt. I'm not even going to do anything. None of my spells do anything. All right. I can't even cast Lurrus. All right. Oh, now I can. Let's go. Lurrus and replay Vexing Bauble. Another Mana Drain. Mana Drain number 4. All right. Oh no, that was number 3. It was the other game they pitched Mana Drain. I mean, they have 7 mana. They can. How many Meringue River Regents are in their deck? All right. Just firing off Hull Breacher. I guess it will kind of kill me. Flame of Anor? Anyone? Bauble? Norod has its moments. I still think if I just drew a land and then made a Saga token, I would have won. I would have made 2 Saga tokens. It would have been a really easy game, but so it goes. All right. Mana Crypt won the flip. Okay, I'll cast Thundertrap Trainer, I guess. Mana Drain, Stock Up, Mana Drain, Stock Up, Mana Drain, Stock Up, Mana Drain, Stock Up, Mana Drain, Stock Up. I am dead. And I go to 1 here, and then I have a mana crypt, but even past that, like, what are my outs here? Like, if I draw Flame of Anor, I can kill the Hull Breacher. All right. Put me out of my misery. That deck was fun. It had some pretty good stuff going for it, for sure. Norod gets it pretty good, as we saw. I love PO decks. Thundertrap Trainer fits really nicely into this deck. I mean, the DT makes some sense. I'm wary of playing 4 colors, but I think Brain Freeze Breach might make more sense here, like, because you can still Lurrus, and Underworld Breach is a really strong card. So I think instead of 4th Earlingus, and I'm not sure what the other card to cut would be necessarily, I would probably try Underworld Breach Brain Freeze. But let me know if you liked watching some vintage here. I'm going to try some new stuff on the channel here. My goal is to go to 4 or 5 days a week cube, and then the other 3 days, two days, do something else. So let me know if that sounds good or what you'd like to see. I'm down to play any kind of Magic. And until then, I guess I'll be drafting tomorrow. So I will see you then. Hope you enjoyed this outing into this foray into vintage. It was fun. Feels like it could have gone a little better, but you know, that those games are tough. But that's how vintage goes. All right, that'll do it for today. So I'll be back tomorrow, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.